All right, there's a very simple pattern with the Los Angeles Rams. They have Aaron Donald. They need to pay Aaron Donald because Aaron Donald is worth far more than what he's currently being paid. Here's General Manager Les Snead from yesterday talking about the effort to get Aaron Donald the contract he currently deserves.
We definitely have chatted with Aaron, his representation, and we're trying to come up with a win-win solution to reward Aaron, but still definitely be able to continue trying to compete as a team at the highest level. So we're in progress there.
We'd all seen Aaron's comments about the importance of Vaughn coming back. Did that complicate things with Aaron at all?
That'd be an interesting question, for Aaron. I definitely think, I know Aaron's articulated to us that he would like to be back and he would definitely like to continue to try to do special things, not only as an individual player, but as a team.
Yeah, look, we recognized from the get-go that any talk about Aaron Rodgers leaving ultimately traces Aaron Donald, same first name. Aaron Donald leaving traces to, at some level, what he's getting paid.
Yeah.
Because he deserves a hell of a lot more than he's getting. And this is a guy who held out multiple times before he got his second contract. So he's very savvy about that. He's very conscious of it, as he should be, because great players have limited opportunities to get compensated for their greatness. And the greatness is not permanent. They have no equity. They have nothing other than their skills at a time when their skills are functioning at a high level. Get paid what you can while you can. And if you have to throw around talk of retirement to get the contract that you deserve, do it. Hey, you think Sean McVay didn't lean a little bit into this Amazon stuff to get whatever sweetener he got from Sam Kroenke? Hell yes, he did, and he should have. Same thing for Aaron Donald. Lean in a little bit to the idea that you're done and scare them into paying you what you're worth, because you're never going to be worth more to them than you are right now.
Well, yes. I mean, he's reached the phase of arguably the best player in the history of the franchise. That's where we're at. Like we talked about leading up to the Super Bowl, Mike, many times that week out in L.A., the Super Bowl was the only thing he was missing. He was already in the conversation with Reggie White, Ray Lewis, and Lawrence Taylor for the greatest defensive players to ever play the game. Now he's in that Hall of Fame of Hall of Fames, like we've talked about, like a special room where you go, no, this is like the Hall of Fame of the Hall of Famers. That's what Aaron Donald is. I'm going to be interested to see where's the sweet spot. What's the number we're looking at here with Aaron Donald, right? Because when we get into new money averages and talk like that, we're talking, TJ Watt's around, 27 million, Mike? 28? Isn't it around that kind of dollar? Aaron Donald's going to look at that and go, wait, none of those guys have done what I have done, and I'm not sure if any of those guys can do what I do still in the biggest moments against the biggest teams, where they can just totally F up a game and a play and a half of football like nobody else in the game, like he did in the Super Bowl. I don't think he's a real selfish guy to where he's going to go, no, I want to be the highest paid guy.
It's not selfishness.
No, I know. I don't mean it like that.
Selfishness.
Okay, fine. I think he's the kind of guy that's going to leave some there, Mike, and not be selfish for the rest of the team, Mike. Suck it. He's not selfish.
No.
Shut up. You're wrong.
It's okay to be selfish.
Okay, he's not that guy. That's what I'm saying.
But you imply that there's something wrong with being that guy.
If
That's
you
want
to, Mike, you can't have it both ways and then tell me,
yes, you
Tom
can.
Brady's not
yes,
selfish and they build it.
Peyton,
and then he's not going to be selfish for the team. That's what he's not going to be. It's perfectly fine what I said. Be quiet.
But it's a different kind of selfish. Right?
Why? Because the best player on the team wants to leave money
second.
on the table for the team to build the team?
Hang on a second.
Why?
So he can win more championships. I mean, Tom Brady's selfishness morphed into something else. It helps when you
What are
marry
you,
someone
Mike?
who has
What
more
are
money
you
than
talking
do.
about? He was not selfish because he wanted to win championships.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Do you really think Tom Brady keeps going so he can help all of his teammates and coaches and staff members win Super Bowl rings? Or do you think he keeps doing it so he can win more for himself? That's my point. Okay. He doesn't give a crap about all these other people. He wants to get more. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be the king. That's what drives him.
Okay.
Well, it's a team sport because you need the team to help you get there. But he wants that ring for himself. He's selfish in that way. I'm saying there's different kinds of selfishness. It's a calculated selfishness for Tom Brady. He is deliberately
and so it is for Aaron Donald. So as it is for Aaron Donald. You're wrong. Just say you were wrong and move on.
No, I'm not saying I'm wrong.
you
I'm
are.
not saying I'm wrong. No, you're not letting me finish, Chris. Aaron Donald has every right to say, I have brought you the championship that you have been trying to get. I have limited years left. I'm not going to play into my 40s like Tom Brady. I got maybe 2 or 3 more years where I can bring it like this, where I got 2 and 3 guys hanging on me. My body's going to start breaking down. I am going to get every last penny I can. It's up to you, Les Snead. It's up to you, Sean McVay. It's up to you, Stan Kroenke, to figure out how to make it all work under the salary cap. It's up to me to get maximum value for what I bring to this team. That's not selfish. That's not selfish. That's good business. That
okay,
is
but what
helping
is it,
you and your family.
What is it when he doesn't do that, though? Now
and
explain when he doesn't do that and say, wait, I'm not looking and it's not your job. So what do you call that when he doesn't do that? So what's the opposite
When he doesn't
of that?
do what?
When he doesn't go, it's not your job.
Bad
it's not my
business.
job to finish. It's called he's not being selfish and he's going to take less for the team to be better.
You know what it is? You know what it is? At a certain level, it's giving in to the pressure that gets created for guys to not be selfish. That's why I push back when you do it. They already have all the fans on their asses to not be selfish because the fans always line up behind the owners, and you're selfish if you want more money. Shut up and play. Shut up and don't try to get more money. Don't try to upset the apple cart. No, you shouldn't want more money. They're pushing back against that all the time. Think about that. They're out in the community and people are looking at them funny because they think they're being selfish. It's not about being selfish. It's about getting properly compensated for what you bring to the table. And, Peyton Manning was selfish financially, and he still won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So
maybe he would have won more if he wasn't. I don't know.
I understand, but there are different kinds of selfishness. I think we've established that. Tom Brady, he doesn't need to worry about the money. He wants the rings. He wants the legacy. He wants all of that.
Okay, but what Aaron Donald, he signed a rookie contract when there was no rookie salary cap. He got paid to be.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. 2000.
No, he didn't. 2014.
Okay, so he missed out.
Aaron
Okay.
Donald was 2014.
Okay,
Exactly.
He's got a ton of money still, nonetheless. That's not going to affect it. He's doing it for legacy and those things too. And yes, he's going to be fairly compensated. But I don't think he's the type. I don't think he's the type that's going to say.
Isn't it different for a defensive tackle than a quarterback? Isn't it different? He's already going to be regarded as one of the greatest, if not greatest, defensive tackles of all time. However many Super Bowl rings he wins, he's already got that mantle. You've already said he belongs in the Hall of Fame within the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So
I
it's
get
not
it.
as big. It's not the same for him to say I need 2 rings. Is 2 or 3 rings going to make anyone think of Aaron Donald any differently at the end of the day?
Well,
no. He got his one. He did. That's why he's doing this.
What are you talking?
He got the capper to his career.
They go to the playoffs next year, and he dominates like he did. He goes to the Super Bowl and does what he did again. No, he's going to be maybe he's the best defensive player we've ever seen. Period. He put Ray Lewis and Lawrence Taylor in the rearview mirror with Reggie White. So there is that. And yes, I didn't like how you attacked me there. Sorry. I didn't mean it like.
I'm trying to.
I understand. I stick up for the players with you more than anybody. But I'm just saying, I don't think he's the guy that's going to go, screw you, make me the highest paid guy, and that's your job to figure it out. I don't think he's that guy, was my point.
Just remember when you made that similar comment to Dak Prescott when the two of you were sitting on the Sleep Number mattress at the Super Bowl a few years ago. Remember how he looked at you.
I get it.
That's the point. But and look, Chris, it's a product of years and years of being made to think that you are being selfish if you're just trying to maximize your earning potential. You mentioned T.J. Watt at $28 million a year, and T.J. Watt, hey, was he? I mean, he worked it to perfection. He got the Steelers to deviate from a contract structure that they wouldn't do for a non-quarterback, and they finally did that for T.J. Watt. And he paid off.
I know, and I'm not mad at
by
it.
tying the all-time record for single-season sacks. And one of the reasons they're in the playoffs is because of what he did when he was on the field. So, again, it comes back to the fact
selfish
there's
isn't
only,
the word
only
I should
so
say.
many years.
Maybe selfish
It's not.
isn't the
That's
word.
my point.
Maybe I should
it's
say
not selfish.
I don't think he's egotistical or narcissistic to where he needs to think he's got to be the highest paid guy in football. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well,
right.
Well,
and,
there it is.
Hey,
there
listen, side eye can look at me, but he could look at me too. I get it. There's side eye, but damn, a lot of players leaving Dallas right now. A lot of players leaving Dallas. Just so you know.
Well,
all right, bye, a bunch of receivers that I used to have on my football team.
But that's because the Joneses aren't doing a good job of managing the salary.
I know. I'm having fun.
But no, I didn't say. Hey, every once in a while we gotta hash it out a little bit.
Oh yes.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.